If you guys want to make a 6'9" demigod that absolutely violates their opponent with contact dunks like this, stay tuned for this video, because I'll be showing you guys some of the most fun and overpowered builds you can make on 2K23. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys two different versions of my 6'8" demigod build with a 99 driving dunk, but at 6'9". And the reason I want to do that is because we all know 6'9s are kind of the meta build height this year. They have the best badge tiers, which means the badges that you get are not tier 3 like they are in my 6'8". So I'll be showing you guys two different versions of that. Now, before I get into it, let me just say that I am in love with this 6'8" build that I have, and I will still be using this build. But I know a lot of people do want to make 6'9s, so I'll be showing you two different versions of this build at 6'9". Now, if you do want to make the meta best overall 6'9" or 6'8" build, I'll leave a link in the description where I already made a video showing you guys the absolute best version of those where it does everything. But you guys know me, I love my 99 driving dunk, and I love getting contact dunks. So that's what this video will be, showing you guys a 6'9" version that can do that. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. So as you can see, for this build, I'll have two different variations for it. Both are right here. They're very similar, but with a few key differences that I'll explain throughout the video. Okay, so for both of these builds, your position really doesn't matter, but if you want to be the ball handler on these builds, like which I suggest you should be, you should make it a point guard so that you run the one on every team no matter what. Now, for both builds, you're going to have the same height and weight, but you're going to have a different wingspan. So on this first build, or both build, I guess you're going to be 6'9", 194 pounds. And on the first one I'm going to show you, you're going to have a 7'4" wingspan and body shape. I go built for all of mine. This is just personal preference. And now let's talk about these attributes. So like I do for every build, I come down and immediately max the physicals out to what they need to be. Now, I know some people care way more about the badge count than max physicals. Like some people will have like 100 badge points, but their speed will be like a 70 with their Excel 70. No, I think your physicals are the most important thing on your build. So I maxed out speed, I maxed out acceleration. To unlock contact dunks, you need an 82 vertical. So that's where we're gonna put our vertical. And then stamina, as of right now, we're gonna have it on a 90, but this can change. So first things first, let's go through the attributes. 3-point shot, although it maxes to an 86, all you need is an 85 for silver limitless, and I think that is more than high enough. So you want to put this to an 85 3-pointer. You want to take your mid-range and put this to a 76, so you have 21 shooting badges, which is actually a lot. And next we're going to go to the driving dunk. Now, I know this is kind of like my version of my 6'8" build. On this first build, you're not going to have a 99 driving dunk, because as you can see, the max is only 97, and the most important finishing badge is Limitless takeoff, right? And you only need a 96 driving dunk for Hall of Fame Limitless takeoff. So instead of having a 97, you might as well just drop it down to a 96. Next, you want to take your driving layup and put this up to an 80, and that'll give you exactly 16 finishing badges, which, as you see, to unlock gold posterizer, you're going to need 17. So one of your 4 badges, extra badges that you unlock, you will put on finishing, so you have 17 finishing. Next, we come down here to playmaking, and just like the physicals, I think ball handle and speed with ball are just must-have max. You need to max these out no matter what build you're on. Your pass accuracy is going to be kind of low on this build. It's only going to be a 75, so you have 20 playmaking badges. But that's the thing about this build. Compared to my 6'8" version of this build, you have defense. Now, as you guys know, my 6'8" has a 90 perimeter and an 82 steal, but the block on this build goes up to an 88. And why 88 is so important is right here. Hall of Fame chase down artist. And as you can see, glove is only a tier 1 badge, so it's not going to cost as much badge points on this build. And you have 17 badge points, so think about it. Glove, menace, chase down artist, and anchor. And I didn't even include clamps, because obviously we're going to have one of these badges cord, and interceptor. This build is going to be a defensive menace while having a 96 driving dunk and being able to catch contact dunks on everybody. And as you can see, you're basically a 99 overall right now. You can put your attributes on whatever. I decided to put my stamina up 1 to get it to a 91, and then your free throw is just going to go to a 65. So this is my version 1 of my 6'8" build, but at 6'9". And a few reasons why you want to go 6'9" is just because of the badge tiers. As you can see, Limitless takeoff is only a tier 2 badge opposed to a tier 3 badge on this build. Slithery is only a tier 1 badge when normally on my 6'8" it's a tier 3. So you can run Slithery Gold, Limitless Takeoff Hall of Fame, Posterizer Gold, and Fearless Finisher if you do want to put the extra badge points on that, or if you just core one of these badges. You see on your shooting, you still get Silver Limitless, Silver Deadeye, basically the same shooting badges as on a 6'8". These really don't change. Same thing as playmaking badges, these don't really change on a 6'9" to a 6'8", but defensive badges, the difference is crazy. You see Clamps only becomes a tier 2 badge. You get Chase Down Artist Hall of Fame because your block on this build is insane. Glove is only a tier 2 badge. Glove is only a tier 1 badge. Challenger is a tier 2 badge. That's why 6'9s are crazy. And if you want to remake my 6'8" build but with a bit more defense, then this is what you can do. But now let's go to version number 2 of this build. And yes, this one will have a 99 driving dunk. I know the last one only had a 96, but if you really want that 99 driving dunk, this one will have it. Just like the last build, you make him a point guard. For your height and weight, same thing as the last build, 6'9", 194 pounds. But the reason why I do think my 6'8" build might be better with 99 driving dunk is right here. You have to go max wingspan to get a 99 driving dunk. Well, I mean, you don't, but there's no reason to go 7'6" because you won't get Silver Limitless anyway. And then when you do drop it to 7'5", you see your driving dunk in the top right, you no longer can get 99. So if you do want it, you might as well go max wingspan. And then just like the last build, you're going to come down here and immediately max out your physicals. Speed, acceleration, super important. Stamina, same thing. We're going to start off as a 90, but it can move up. And then vertical, you guys know the key number to unlocking contact dunks is 82, so we're going to put that there for now. And normally I start with the shooting, but let's come up to driving dunk and go ahead and max that out to a 99. You will have both Limitless Takeoff and Posterizer on Hall of Fame on this build, as well as Slithery, which I actually didn't realize when I was making it, but you're actually going to have Slithery, Limitless Takeoff, and Posterizer all Hall of Fame on this build now. Then you want to come up to your driving layup, put that to an 80, and then you want to come to your standing dunk and move that up 4 to 68 so that you get 17 finishing badges. And as you see, Posterizer Hall of Fame takes 8. So you are going to want to put 1 of your 4 extra badge points on finishing so you can equip that Hall of Fame Posterizer. Next, we come down to shooting, and unlike the last build, which is the only reason why I'm making 2 versions of this build, by the way, you want to put your mid-range to a 76, so you have 19 shooting badges, but the whole reason why is because unfortunately, on a 6'9", if you want a 99 driving dunk and Hall of Fame Posterizer, you're not going to be able to get that 85 3-point, which is a threshold to get Limitless Range Silver, which is why I was thinking maybe 6'8" is the best height for a build with 99 driving dunk, because you can get both Silver Limitless Range and a 99 driving dunk, which you can't get on a 6'9". But we know the 6'9's badge tiers are just insane. The fact that you can get stuff like Glove as tier 1, Clamps, Chase Down Artist, Challenger on tier 2. It's just crazy. But next come to speed with ball and ball handle, which I already explained, need to be maxed. And then pass accuracy, you're going to want to put up to a 78 to unlock 21 playmaking badges. And lastly, your defense on this build is going to be just like your defense on the last build. Super strong. You're going to want to put your perimeter defense to an 87, your steal a 90. Your block, unfortunately, is only going to be up to a 75 on this build because that is a tier 2 unlock gold chase down artist, which is definitely a really high rating, but as you saw in the other one, it was like an 88, so you get that Hall of Fame. And then add 1 more to your interior defense, and you will have 15 defensive badges on this build, which, as you guys can tell, just changing your driving dunk from a 96 to a 99 changes a lot, which is why I put the other build first. I would honestly recommend that other build at 6'9", but if you really, really want Hall of Fame Posterizer, this build is definitely good too, and with 15 defensive badges, that is more than enough. And at this point, you have basically no attributes left, so you might as well throw it on stamina to get a 92 stamina, and that's it. 17, 19, 21, 15, that's the badge count on this build. Like I already explained, I would honestly recommend the first build that I showed over this one because it has better defense, and the only difference is you don't get Hall of Fame Posterizer, which on my other build, I have Posterizer cored on silver because of the glitch where you can't core it past silver right now. and I was getting so many contact dunks. So I don't think you need Hall of Fame posterizer. But this is the last look I'm going to give you at this build before I go to the other one and show you the badges I would use on that. Actually, before I do that, I'll show you guys the takeovers on both builds. I would recommend your first takeover be either Spot Up Precision or Limitless Range. I've been messing with Spot Up Precision. And then secondary takeover, finishing moves. So when you do unlock that team takeover, you just get the most insane contact dunks. And you guys already saw what this build was called, but I will show you again. It is called a two-way inside-out score. You guys know my 6'8" build with 99 driving dunk is a two-way inside-out creator. But this one is a little bit different. It is a two-way inside-out score. But now, let me show you guys the badges that I would equip on the first build I showed you in this video. So this is going to be the badges I would run on this build. Now, normally, you see finishing. Although I have Slithery here, let's go ahead and core that. I mean, I don't know how easy it is to core, but as of right now, we're going to core it. We are going to end up coring our posterizer on gold when we can, but this is just kind of, I'm just trying to throw these on right now to show you. And as you can see, I only have 6 badge points left, so I can't core it on gold. But normally, I'm coring this badge on gold because, like I said, I'm putting that 1 extra badge point on it. So imagine this is on gold. We're going to core that, which is going to make us take off Slithery and allow us to put that on gold. Fearless Finisher on silver, and with 2 badge points left, you might as well put Acrobat, and honestly, the last one doesn't matter. You can put Giant Slayer just in case you go up on a center. This is what I will run on my finishing badges with 1 extra badge point on it. On shooting badges, this is what I would run, and I wouldn't put any extra badge points on my shooting, but this is the badges that I think would go best with this build. Next, for playmaking, I would actually end up putting 1 more badge point on my playmaking just because I think it would go best and with this build. But another thing about these 6'9" compared to my 6'8" build that I have is you do not have quick first step, so you are going to be slower. So after making these builds, this build can definitely compete with my 6'8", which is really good. But I'm not gonna lie to you, that 6'8" that I have is super tough. But like I said, this is probably what I would run here. I just put this on because, as you see, I have 4 badges. I would end up getting 1 more, and then I would put killer combos on bronze. Then lastly, for defense, I would put 2 extra badge points on this. So 1 on finishing, 1 on playmaking, and 2 on defense, so that I could have menace from bronze all the way up to gold. And that is the badge layout for this build. And that's gonna wrap it up. You guys saw 2 versions of my 6'8" build at 6'9" in this video. 1 with a 96 driving dunk, which I'm showing you here, and 1 with a 99 driving dunk, which I showed you already. Both of them definitely have better badge points than my 6'8", defensive wise at least. But I don't know, my 6'8" is really tough. I'm gonna leave a link to that build in the description if you still want to make it, as well as leaving a link to the most comp 6'9" builds if you really want those. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, do me a favor, drop a like, sub if you're new, and I'm out.